they were extremely talented, and we knew that going into the game. I think that we fared well against them. I think that we're physical up front, and we kind of wanted to establish a line of scrimmage like that. So I think we did a good job. There's a lot we can improve on. There's a lot of, technical details and stuff like that that we've seen from watching film that we can do better at. But I think we came out with a physical tone and wanted to establish a line of scrimmage like that, and we did a good job of that.
And just to follow up, what do you see from Georgia's defensive front?
It's different schematically, but they're extremely talented as well. They have big physical guys up front. They have some outside linebackers that are really good pass rushers. They set the edge well, and they're a great run-stopping defense, kind of what we expect out of them.
Obviously, the Clemson game was a very emotional one. How do you guys sort of recharge emotionally this quick turnaround?
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard to get excited to play in the national championship, against a great Georgia team. So we had our time to enjoy that Clemson win, and we were back yesterday, getting to work, studying Georgia, and practicing again, and lifting again, and all those things. So definitely, like I said, it's not hard to get excited to play Georgia. It's not hard to get excited and ready to play in the national championship game and have our minds right for it.
JC came in after Lester got hurt in the game. If JC does have to play in the national championship game, how confident do you guys feel in him sliding over in that right guard spot?
We're extremely confident in him. He's done a great job all year. And when Ross got hurt in the Mississippi State game, he came in and filled in, did great, did well against Mercer and in the Auburn game as well. So we're very confident in him. He does a good job. He understands the offense really well. Always a technician, and so we think he can do a really good job.
What makes him so able to be able to move around the line, whether you want to put him at left guard, right guard, wherever he's got to go?
Well, he was a backup center until pretty much this year. And when you're the center, you have to understand every position on the O-line because you're the one making the mic points, and you're the one who's kind of, who starts the call and who starts the assignments. And so he has a good understanding of all the blocking schemes. And like I said, he's also a technician. He takes the right footwork, gets his hands in the right place, and that's really important at any position.
How big was Damien on Monday night? Got a season-high carries in that game.
He was huge, and like I said previously, that we wanted to establish the run game and we wanted to establish a physical tone. And Damon does a great job of being a physical runner, but he can also be elusive when he needs to, and he can do a Superman jump, when he needs to. And so he's an all-around great running back, and he's definitely was a big spark for us on offense.
We're going to see you catching any touchdowns?
What was that?
We're going to see you catching any touchdowns after
I'll
drawing?
do a little toe tap and stuff too. It'd be sweet. All about it.
How many different things you guys throw at Clemson? It seems like there were some new-looking plays out there.
We always have a couple of wrinkles when we game plan, and I'm always a little disappointed if we don't get to use them. You know what I mean? So I was hoping we would do the Duran pass and a few other little things like that. So I mean, we didn't really change what we do. We have a set base set of things that we do, but we always put in wrinkles when we're game planning for a team to kind of attack specific areas.
How important is second level blocking in this game with their linebacker talents?
Yeah,
I think that's
extremely
not that you
talented.
got to take care of first level and then get there, right?
Yeah, I mean, number 3 is obviously Butkus Award winner, extremely talented linebacker. He's a guy that we're going to have to contain if we want to have success on offense. So like you said, you do want to win at the first level before you work up there, depending on how the play works out. But that's always huge, and it's the difference between a few yard gain and a really big run is how you do it at the second level. So that's definitely something we're emphasizing this week.
Kirby didn't blitz as much as Jeremy when he was defensive coordinator here. How much do you see Georgia blitzing this season, and did they rely on sending extra rushers?
It kind of depends on the scheme and the down and distance. Obviously, they have great third down packages and things like that, the same that we have here, to kind of confuse looks and change up the personnel that's blitzing as well as the patterns that they blitz in. So, I mean, at the end of the day, they're a defense that kind of wants to line up and hit you in the mouth and establish a line of scrimmage. And so, I mean, they can bring blitzes as well. But I think that the main thing that they want to do is they want to establish a line of scrimmage and set the edge.
How similar is Georgia from Alabama, just in the general way they play their game?
I definitely say they're similar schematically. And also, you know, they play with an attitude, they play with an edge, and I think you can see that in a lot of their games. They fly around to the ball hawks, and they play physical, they play tough, and so I think that they have, you know, that's the type of game, that's the type of, you know, play that we want to play with here at Alabama, and so they brought that there, and I think that's a big reason that they've been having a lot of success this year. So obviously, as an offensive line, the challenge is you have to one-up that. You have to be more physical than they are, and I know it's the same from the defensive side of the ball. So that's kind of what we're looking to do.
Going up against your defense in practice last week, did you see that effort coming? I mean, you mentioned edge. Alabama played with an edge against Clemson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we got to experience that for about 2 weeks of practice before Clemson got to experience it for like 3 hours. So I mean, we had a series of camp style practices leading up to this, and so we had some scrimmage scenarios and stuff like that, and it's exciting when you see the defense flying around like that against us, because you know they can do it to other teams as well. And I was saying that I think in the scrimmage, and could argue with Rashawn about that, but I think we would kind of split series or reps or whatever. They would get the better of us on one series, and we would get the better of them on another series. So that's kind of how I get a good feeling for how well we're doing as a team. Is you don't want it to be one-sided either way. So I wasn't surprised for them to come out and play that way, the way that we've been practicing.
Where did that kind of what kind of sparked all that though? Was it one play? Was it one unit? Was it one guy saying something? Or was it just everyone just came out the first day of practice and you're ready to go?
I think it was everyone, and we were in a situation that we didn't want to be in, obviously, where we weren't in control of our own destiny, and we didn't know if we were going to be in the playoffs or not. So I think when we saw that opportunity, we said, okay, it's on now. Like, we didn't finish the season the way we wanted to, but we're in now. We have this opportunity, so we're not going to squander it, you know. And so I think when we came out to workouts and practice and everything like that, we played with the edge because we didn't want to, you know, waste a failure, as Saban says, and not really, you know, seize the opportunity. So that's kind of how it's been, and that's how it's been, you know, in the limited amount of time, because we've only been practicing for a day. But I definitely feel that energy, and we'll see about that at practice today as well.